Hey guys, my name's Nathaniel and welcome to my new channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Captain Marvel trailer that released a couple of days ago. I'm only just getting around to taking a look at it and I'm really excited to see what more information they're going to give us, because this is the second trailer that they've released for the film, and I don't think it's going to be the final one. I think they're going to release a final trailer just before the film premieres in March. But anyway, Captain Marvel, when I was younger and used to read the comics, Captain Marvel was one of my favorite characters. She's a very complex character that interweaves with a lot of the other characters in the Marvel Comics universe. Now, how they're gonna kind of introduce her into the MCU and the kind of interaction she's gonna have, I don't think they're gonna be the same as the comics. One of the reasons being because the X-Men aren't as yet part of the MCU. I'm sure that will happen at some point now that the Fox deal has gone through. But anyway, Captain Marvel. At the moment, I think that they're going for this very disjointed kind of approach to the film where she's not entirely sure who she is, and the memories that she has and the life that she lived before she acquired her powers are going to play a huge part in it. But anyway, well, let's see what more this trailer has to kind of offer us, and I just want to get to watching it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to shut up now. Let's go.
So, Skrulls are the bad guys.
The granny. Hey. What? Whoa, that grandma's got some moves.
And you're a Kree. A race of noble warriors.
Heroes.
No.
Noble warrior heroes.
The Kree aren't as noble as you think, love. You don't know yet, but you'll find out.
Your life began the day it nearly ended. We found you with no memory.
Wow, Kree homo.
Made you one of us, so you could live longer, stronger,
okay. So
superior.
They adapt to their body.
You were reborn.
I'm pretty sure they also mess with her head though.
Having these memories.
It's a tough one,
Something
man.
in my past is the key to all
That's
of
Monica
this.
Rambeau's mom. Wow, that de-aging CGI looks amazing.
We'll see.
That's a yes or no question.
Yes.
CGI is looking tight.
What you really are.
I like the look of the scrolls. I don't know what some people are
I had
saying.
a life here.
What are you telling me?
You've come a long way. But you're not as strong as you think.
Wow.
This war.
Hey, wow. How, man?
I'm not gonna fight your war. I'm gonna end it.
Okay. Alright, well, she's gonna want to mess with.
I see the cutest little thing.
Hey, Nick Fury's a cat guy.
What's your name, huh?
Fury.
I'll be back.
All right, wow. I like that. I like that a lot. That was, yeah. I like that. Definitely gave more, added more information about, you know, the premise of the movie and about what's going on. I like that they built the relationship that she's got with Nick Fury a bit more. Clearly, we understand now why she's going to be introduced into Avengers 4 and look the same. That trailer just hinted that they augmented her body somehow. You know, they started pumping her with the green stuff, which I guess is going to replace her blood. So instead of having, like, you know, blood, normal human blood, normal terrestrial blood coursing through her veins, it's going to be this Kree life force kind of blood, and so it's going to help her to live stronger. I'm wondering if they do this after she acquires her powers or before, because in the comics she gets her power from this device that explodes and bombards her body. It basically, I think it transfers this other Kree superhero who is known as Marvel, who I'm not sure if Jude Law is playing, because they've been a bit cryptic about that. But in the comics, Marvel's genetic code because of this explosion, it gets spliced with Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel. But anyway, she then starts to exhibit these abilities and powers, and all of that stuff and everything like that. And I think they're going a slightly different route for this one, but at the same time, I think they're gonna have some things that stay the same. So I'm eager to see it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I heard that some people were saying, like, in the previous trailer, they were like saying, "Oh, she's got such an emotionless face and blah blah." And I'm like, "Nah, what are you talking about, man?" She actually, I like it. I like what she's doing with the character. I mean, she's just come from being brainwashed. You know what I mean? So she's trying to find herself again and her personality again. And so I'm sure as it goes on, as the film goes on, she's going to be less kind of serious and start to kind of become the Carol Danvers that we know from, or that we knew, in my case, from the comics. I think Brie Larson's she did an alright job in that trailer. I didn't see anything that kind of dissuaded me from the film. I like the flavor. The tone is significantly different from the other ones. I think especially with their last, the last salvo of films that they released in this last phase. Marvel have been, really confident with the directors in terms of letting them have their voice kind of shine in their movies. Thor Ragnarok for one, Doctor Strange, for another, Black Panther, even Spider-Man: Homecoming. The flavor that the directors are bringing, their individual kind of voice, you can really see it singing as the film plays out. And I don't think that's going to be any different in this film. I think that they're holding back. They showed a little bit at the end when she kind of goes Super Saiyan, and she had that cheesy line, "I'm not going to fight your war for you, I'm going to end it." I'm not entirely sure that those lines are in the same sentence. That could just be clever editing. I don't think that's one sentence. I could be wrong, but I think they've just edited those two lines together. I think that "I'm not going to fight your war for you" is something completely different, and then "I'm going to end it" is her talking to, or it's something else in a completely different context. But we'll see. But coming from a video background myself, we do a lot of that stuff all the time. We kind of gene splice, so to speak, video, and kind of just tell a mini narrative in and of itself. But anyway, I like that. Again, going back to Nick Fury, the de-aging stuff, I think it looks great. I mean, it's really difficult to get somebody to look exactly how they used to look, back in the day, because a lot of things change. Their weight changes, and their bone density and structure changes to a degree as well. And as we age, our bones change too. So I think what they've done looks amazing. It looks really real. The texture of his skin, and the way that the environment interacts with it, like light, incredible. It looks absolutely amazing. So and they're still in post. I mean, most times with films, it's running up, the poster's running up right up until launch, like a week before, and the final cut is done, it's distributed to theaters and whatever, and blah blah blah. But that bit at the end when she's kind of flying through things and just messing things up, when she's turned into Captain Marvel because the colors have changed. She's not in the Kree colors anymore. That looks pretty awesome. And there were a few spots there that looked a bit unfinished, but again, they got plenty of time before the film comes out, so I'm sure that come final product, it's gonna look tight. But the effects so far look really nice. The story looks engaging. It looks like it's gonna be a kind of a nice buddy movie. That woman in it, in the Top Gun moment where Carol's looking over to a friend, and you see that woman in the other aircraft, looking back at her and acknowledging her, and she's doing a little kind of thing. I believe that woman is Monica Rambeau's mother. Now, for those of you who don't know, Monica Rambeau was actually the first female Captain Marvel in the comics. And I think her power set was that she was able to become and manipulate any form of energy on the spectrum, which is incredible. So she was pretty powerful. But anyway, seeing as this is her mother and this film set in the 90s, I'm pretty confident that as we go into the present day, Monica Rambeau is going to play a part either in Captain Marvel's movies moving forward, or she'll probably end up having her own film. I think currently she's called Spectrum. So so I'm really excited for that. And one of the cool things about it, this was back in the 80s when Monica Rambeau was the first Captain Marvel, but she was a black lady, an African American lady, and that was nice, So I think one of the things that the new phase after this next Avengers film is going to try and do is try and add a bit more kind of diversity, you know, a bit more spice, if you will, to the MCU. So Monica Rambeau would be a great addition, but also Kamala Khan, who is the new Ms. Marvel. And that was what Carol Danvers was called when she in the comics, when she first acquired her powers. She was called Ms. Marvel, and then she became Captain Marvel. Well, Kamala Khan, I'm not too familiar with the character, so hopefully I've said her name right, but she's of Pakistani descent. She's an American, but her family's of Pakistani descent, and so I've got no doubt they're going to be trying to find ways to bring her into the MCU, and I think she'll be a fantastic addition. And also, one of the big news this week on the MCU front was that Marvel is fast-tracking a Shang-Chi movie, which is amazing, because I used to read Shang-Chi comics when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure they were reruns, and he used to be included in some other stuff. But I think he had a series. I can't remember now, so long ago. But anyway, I used to read stuff with him in it when I was a kid, and he's like the master of martial arts, and I think he's the greatest martial artist in the MCU. So that's going to be great to have him in there, and have like a Chinese cast. You know what I mean? And really explore that culture in the MCU. It's going to be amazing. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I think that's definitely going to be something that Marvel's going to be looking to do. They've got a huge catalogue of diverse characters, both, male and female. And I think definitely this phase moving forward is going to try and kind of introduce us to some of those characters, as well as exploring the intergalactic kind of side of Marvel. So, it could be an exciting time. I mean, if it doesn't quite work out, at least we know that we've, had a good 10 years of amazing films. But, I'm pretty confident that Marvel know what they're doing. So, but I guess only time will tell. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it from me. I've been going on enough. It's my first video. And, I probably should have kind of learned to be a bit more, because I don't know. I just like talking. What can I say? But anyway, I'm gonna shut up now and cut it off here. But guys, just want to thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my reaction. I've enjoyed sharing it with you, and I want to know what you guys think. You've heard so much about what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I just want to say this. I know that sometimes on the internet, some people feel a tendency or feel this kind of ability to kind of be mean and say cruel things and whatnot. I don't. Let's not have that here. Let's be kind and let's be courteous. Let's be constructive though. Tell me what you think, but just do it in a nice way, and let's generate a really good conversation. One that we can all kind of take part in, one that we can all feel kind of, one that we can all enjoy. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you again. This is Nathaniel signing off.